very powerful. Knowledge is power. Somebody say knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
And I know this will help us in some of the things we do. It will make our job become much more easier and effective. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Thank you very much, sir. Alright, without wasting much time, let's go for the second set. We are almost done, and I know Brother Femi is ready to continue from where Brother Yeka stopped. Hallelujah. So don't drop your Bibles, don't drop your book. Continue the same attentive ears you gave the speaker. Let's continue with that light. The Lord bless us all in Jesus' name. So let's clap our hands as we welcome Femi Mega.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Before I proceed with what God has given me to share with everyone, I want to use this medium to appreciate, the management of the ministry, and in absentia, I use this to honor Baba School, because I can remember the first time I came to this church. In fact, before I started, of course, you all know me. I grew up there. So remembering the first time I came to this church, I can remember, I don't know if it was Pastor Ime or Pastor Godwin and Eds in the office, and I was like, I was just passing. It was during school session. And I just said, I want to come to this church. And during one of the evening services, I was seated here. This way, I don't know if they changed it, but this is how this guy was in the evening service. And I was seated here and Papa spotted me, and I've been privileged to even if it was a short period, to also serve as the president here. So I appreciate Baba and Sister. I appreciate the pastors, and I know after everything, there's one question Pastor Ime and Pastor Godwin always ask every year coming. Who answer that question?
Oh, praise God.
So, I want to say the youth schools, from Michael to Sam to everybody. I appreciate you guys. I follow you guys. You know I follow you guys. And sorry, I just have to update you because you see the way I'm moving in shape. This is like the first time I'm standing here, and it's making me feel like one pastor. So please. So I want to appreciate everybody who has put me through. It hasn't been easy. Right from when I left Ajampagi here, God has always sent one or two persons to pave way for me, to put me through. And everybody I've worked with, I want to appreciate them. I don't want to mention their name. And I am sending this special appreciation to my friend, my brother, Abiola Alagi, and the reason why I'm really, it wouldn't be happy I'm doing this because life meetings are not Muslim, but I have to do this because at a certain period in life, you need someone to put you through. There's a level of knowledge you have, you need someone to put you through. And let's just share this. When I left Ajampagi, for 3 months, I was jobless because it was like I have failed. And people felt, how will you just, I made the decision to close Skype. And people felt, yes, you have failed. How will you just notice you have failed? And I told my mom, I said, Mom, let this thing close. You will see what will happen. And there's one thing my mom does, she believed me, even my family. And for 3 months, at the point, I was confused. And I sat down and I cried. Yes, as an adult, I cried like I said, God, this is not the plan. I left school 2012, I was in Ajampagi, and everything was going well. We took Ajampagi outside Africa, we took it outside, scholarship were coming. And all of a sudden, there's no base. Then I realized at that point, God began to show me some things. And one of the things he showed me, he said, if you keep complaining from now till tomorrow, God will still be God. If anything happens to you, even if you become jobless, if you die today, God will still be God. And there's one thing complaint does. I'm not a preacher, but I'm just sharing my experience. There's one thing complaint does. It clouds your vision towards what God is showing you. So at that point, when I was, God, why this happened to me? When I heard it, I changed my mindset. I started thanking God. Now, my friend, at that point, God was using my friend. My friend would be sending me money every month. And he would tell me, Femi, take this, do this. Anytime I do something, I would call him, please. As a man, I was ashamed, but I had no option. And when I got my first job, I appreciate Mrs. Yinka Ogunde, of blessed memory. We lost her, I guess, a week or so. She actually puts me out there. She spotted me when I was in Ajanbadi because she was into education and everything. And she gave me my first school. Even without that experience, she gave me my first school. And at that point, I was considering tech. And I was speaking with Abiola too. And Abiola said, I want to go into product and everything. Abiola said, why don't you go into product? And also kind, Abiola paid complete for my first class. He paid for my first program. Until today, if not for God using Abiola, I don't think I'll be here speaking with you. So I appreciate you, Abiola, and I appreciate Abiola. So, sorry, I'm unable to mirror my screen. Apologies. It has been a very busy week. I'm running my master's program, and because of Church of Generation, I said, this is my house. When my I said, this is my house. If you don't see me in a year, August you will see me. Except I'm not in the country. But if I'm in Nigeria, I told you, when my dad said, I said, because on the norms, what this boss does, they pay heavily for it. They pay heavily. No, I said it. I said, after this program, anybody that is willing to come and speak, I will charge you in dollars if you don't like it. Because what he does, they will just, if they give you practical, you guys are doing practical, they just give you, hey man, you will collect your dollars and you go and sort it out yourself. But what he does, he gave you practical ways, you even have to do the practical. Well done, boss. Well done. So please, the best way and the best place basically to learn is in church. And I'm telling you this, I'm not trying to cap, I'm not trying to say this. Editing, I learned it in church. Photography, at least I was here too. Michael will give me camera, I will take. We'll still do the editing. You understand? So please, everything you are getting in church, if you how would I put it? If you familiarize yourself with it and you take it for granted, you will pay everything for it outside, and you won't be you. So well done. I want to appreciate everybody. So my topic is every gift has a name. Every gift has a name. This is not just a topic for me. This is more like an experience. This topic, the entire topic, the entire discussion is based on experience. At that point, when I came to Ajanbadi after university, I didn't know God was preparing me. But nevertheless, I'm this kind of person. I'm not lazy by the grace of God. Today I'm here for people like Michael that you follow each other, you see what I'm doing. This week I've done many presentations, from school presentations. I'm not lazy, and I thank God for that grace. And every gift has a day. Where I am today did not just start today. That is why you don't need to despise the days of your little beginning. You might be here, then Ajanbadi, where my John paper, tie, wear one black brother, going from this place to this place, God was training me. You go and look for teacher. At the point, teachers believe I took 5 subjects. I've never taught CLK in my life. I taught CLK. I was asking myself, he was one of my students. Peter is a cyber security expert now. He was one of my students. He was one of my students. I trained him for maybe JS2 or JS. He's a big boy, every taller than I am. But this is one of those I've inspired. He's a tech person, and over time, even when I left, he contact me, Mr. Femi, this, I said this, do that. Now, so over time, those experiences, shaped me. I thought it was just, ajangbaja. At the point, no teacher, I would teach 5 subjects. Because I needed that structure to be in place. My mom would not do it, she was already old. At 10, I was the only person, my brother did not have the strength to do it. So it was as if God bestowed that elegance, strength, and wisdom. And at that point, I was still very young. So it was like, how would I do it? I didn't know God was preparing me for a bigger responsibility and a greater job. So that period, of course, it was a family something. I could just sit down and just take school fees. But God took me through from the foundational aspect, where even though it was my mother's school, I was teaching. The management there, they were looking at what I was doing. If they are doing party, I would have to organize all this. I didn't know God was building me to become a better project manager in the future. At that point, we need to start the new term, what are the strategies we need to put in place to ensure parents come, to ensure we retain our parents and we get new parents. These were the strategies God was putting into the experiences that I didn't know it would be useful. I was doing courses. At that point, I said I wanted to do German language. I didn't know if I was going to go to Germany, but I love German. But I said I just wanted to read. Now, all these things, when everything ended, I didn't know God was shaping me. Now, every gift has a name. What does it mean? I knew I wasn't going to be a developer. That's my brother. I knew I wasn't going to be a developer. I knew I can't code and I'm a tech. I knew I would fall more in the strategy aspect, the management aspect, the analytical aspect. Now, it wasn't at transitioning rather to that space. And that's what I'm telling you, the days of your little beginning, do not despise it. You never can tell, people may not be watching you now, but you're actually building a personal portfolio for yourself. I'm not here to motivate you, I'm not a motivational speaker. I didn't come here to motivate you. I didn't come here to preach. I came here to tell you what you need to do. Because nobody will come and save you, that's good. Even at the point, Jesus Christ carried this cross himself. It would have been easy for Jesus Christ to just stay there and be like, well, human being, get us salvation and we are good. But Jesus Christ showed us that example. He paid the price. So we are going to be looking at how your gifts can actually, align your gift, your purpose, how it's going to align with your career, with your career pursuits. So now let's start with tech. I believe my boss here has already given, that foundational explanation, for you to understand. But let's have this interactive conversation. How many of you have been confused? Maybe you are confused on what tech is all about. Peter, please permit me. I want to pull my the Sam comes to know. Let me stay here. Let me stay here. Now I'm a trainer. I'm a teacher. Yeah, this is so. How many of you have this confusion about it? Like, what is it? Some of you just feel tech is hard. I think if I can do it, you can do it. Thank God I'm not a stranger. This is teacher, so tech is not that easy. But how many of you one, you don't even need to know how to code, because a lot of people will tell you you need to be a developer, code before you go into tech. How many of you tech is all about coding? You see code, it's tech. Okay, let's move. So now, tech has more delay than people think. Tech is not, it's not just one place. It encompasses a lot. For example now, if you check your, maybe you go through your app, let's use those of that is OPay, Money Point. A lot of times you feel the people that built it up are just the developers. A group of cross-functional experts came together to ensure that that product is usable. I'm speaking from a product manager angle now. They ensure that the product is usable, meeting the need of the user, and that's why I can get it that 90-80% of people in this job they are using OPay. I can get it, and that's because OPay is meeting your need. If I want to go to the restaurant, I will ask them, do you have OPay? And OPay has been that trust over time. Now, how did OPay now? Looking at it now, it is not just one person that ensures that OPay is usable. Do you understand? It's not just to meet the needs of the people. The organizations too, they have concern. If they are employing in a company and they are paying, they are not just employing. You see, when I see a lot of, I call them content creators. If you are in tech, you are in tech, you won't have time to share videos. You won't have time. When I go on TikTok, I go on Instagram, I see some suits, they have this blue lights, you see one piece with it, I tell you tech, you see one here, I just laugh. If you see code, if you see projects, you'll be working overnight, you'll be testing products, you now have time to do it. You will not even have time for yourself. When I will treat one of the statements, when it was like, tech is boring, and it's very boring. You see, when people tell me, when I have to get tech, I will be like, who knows, who don't know. You won't understand. You won't understand. I have to put my phone on here because reports, everything, give reports, what's happening, what's this, what's that, no. So, tech, I'm just trying to give you how like a foundational understanding. Using OPay as an example. We are still going to talk about vocation and how you can line it to the tech. Now, you see the how like OPay, for example, the people that make it come to life is not just developers. There are some people that did their research, to understand if this is going to be a good product to invest in. They don't just build product like that. You don't just build. You don't just say, for example, you want to open a shop. You don't just open a shop like that. Imagine I want to sell corporate attire here. It will not sell. But if I'm in a place like Ikeja, Ikoyi, because we have a lot of corporate entities here, I need to sell. Do you understand? So a lot of people put work into it to define the purpose of the product. What we just see there, what we just know is some people are just coding it in, some people have done the work down. Between the phase of maybe January to August, and we say, okay, this is when we want to release the product. We have some people who ensure that they are meeting up with that timeline. Okay, we'll finish the product. We have some people who ensure that we have to test the product. Now, the product, you have seen the product. It is not developers that we ensure that you see the advert. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, tech is not just about coding. It is a cross-functional role. It encompasses different roles in it. Do you understand? I really do. Sorry, I may not be following a documented script. You will forgive me for that. Now, we want to look at where AI fits in. Chairman, I'm going to give you guys, the knowledge about AI. I don't even know where I come from. But, Sam, please, are you in your system? Please, I need you to connect to the internet. I need you to, give me the vision and the vision of the church and the logo. Just put it in a job form. She did what? You can still project it, yes, but just get it down first. So that I don't mix it up. You understand? We will talk about that. So AI, where does AI fit in? AI is, what meaning of AI? The full meaning of AI. Now, let's break it down now. Artificial. You know, it means that it works or it works with data. It becomes perfect. And you see videos of job speakers, like those of our senior citizens when they go to Facebook. There are some videos of Facebook that are doing like my mom will be watching this video and she say, this is good, this is the agenda of this morning. She will be arguing with you. Our senior, you can relate like that with your she will argue with me. Eléyìí àti mọ́ mi ilé òbí sẹ̀ AI báwo ni eléyìí ṣe máa ṣe báyìí? And that's because AI is becoming perfect. You have to understand that, and that is why when you talk to media, it is not every content you consume. You have to filter it. If not, you just be consuming the wrong thing. And when you consume, shapes your mindset. And when your mindset is shaped in a particular direction, that is how you move. You understand? So you need to understand this. AI, is lowering the barriers of, is lowering the stress when it comes to work. Now, I just remember now when God was speaking, and when he was talking about graphics and graphic design, I was telling my wife, I said, because of the person that did that graphics, I was talking about it. If you look at the graphics that was done, it's different from AI graphics. I'm not countering what he said, but I think I will defend my friend. Now, if you look at the graphics that was done, if you use AI to do a graphics, you will see the difference. It is very obvious. Now, this is where AI comes in. AI is more like your messenger. You need to understand AI. AI makes mistakes. If someone uses any AI user will know. If you use Gemini, I will know. If you use Claude, I will know. If you use Claude, I will know. If you use Chat, I will know. AI makes mistakes. And you need to understand that. If you rely on AI, you get it all wrong. And you need to understand that AI is meant to be your messenger. What does the messenger do? You understand the whole mission, you understand the whole vision, and you are putting AI to do this. Because you understand it, AI might be going through one direction. And if they say AI is going to take the jobs, which he has clarified, AI can never take the job of a pastor. Because the words were given by the Spirit. There's no matter the invention, you can't deliver what the Spirit gives. You can't predict the Spirit. The Spirit is like a wave, you don't know. So AI, you can predict AI. Do you understand? This is very important because we are in an era where you need to understand what's going on. If you look at the Bible verse, the part in the Bible and of the children of Issachar who were men who had understanding of time. They were 200, right? Please, if I'm not correct me. I'm not bigger than them. They were 200. Now, bringing that to them, these people understand time. If I didn't have the understanding of time, maybe I may still be in one primary school teaching. But that will not be what God wants from me. And that is why, especially for the young ones, the senior citizens now, they are just, they are just doing, repentance, repetition, and, waiting. Christ doesn't come. Maybe they are waiting, when that time comes, understand. But we, the younger generation, or you guys, because I'm 38 now. So you guys, the younger generation. Now, that's what the lighter knows. We, the younger generation, we need to understand the season. He said something about, because I'm giving some things for what he said. He said something about courses. You keep doing courses. You keep reading. Every month I develop myself. In fact, I was looking at, and the funniest thing, sir, if you don't do what you are supposed to do at a particular time, when that phase goes, and you are left behind, and even if you want to do it, you pay double on the money. When I did my program then, maybe 100,000 or 350, now it's like 400K. They will not beg you. You be more begging there. You will be begging there. So I was looking at a course of mine and I was just trying to something I would have done since I was now and I saw the price. Close to 800,000 and I think Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Since I was looking at the full fund account for people who donate for you. But do you know the funniest thing? If you don't do it at that point, because you know it's very important to your career, if you don't do it at that point, you get to a stage, it will be like 2 million. And you left behind. And that is why I want to encourage those of you, that want to go into tech, who to still get there. Look at the field that fits you. Look at what you are passionate about. Look at what you are capable about. Look at your capability. If you give me, before I became a product manager, I first of all went to data analysis. We finished Microsoft Excel. We were moving to Power BI. I said, hey, Jesus, this is not where I belong. I moved to UI UX. I was seeing Figma, seeing everything. I said, no. I know I like it, but this is not my capability. When it comes to strategy, solving problems, that is a gift I know God has given me for my time. So when I say a problem, maybe I say an organization, they have a problem, and we just see it. I would like immediately, and that's where the Spirit of God comes into. I needed to understand something. No matter where we be, no matter where we are, one is by the mercy of God. Forget all these things that are said. Don't remove the God factor from it. Please, I don't know the time given to me. I want to ensure I finish everything we did and repeated that. So please, give me a personal reminder. Everything, everywhere we are, it has been by the mercy of God. It has been by the mercy of God. And I'm being very careful, especially if I said if it did not touch up the generation. I don't think I will share this in my life. I'm being very careful. Even when Michael was saying this, I said, please, don't put my picture on the banner. I know a lot of people may not understand, a lot of people might feel, this one is trying to know. I've gotten to a stage by the grace of God, I'm being very careful. You understand? But because it is my house, there is a certain knowledge that must enter this house. And some of us that have benefited from this house, when we go, we need to come back. So, I say I can value. I was not maybe 2 months back. I will just come back. You understand? But I said, as far as the sort of generation, if you call me, even if I'm in the US, and that period I know I have the opportunity to take a week of vacation, I'm going to miss one. Every August in my calendar, I've never missed it for like 2 years. Yes. I will always come. I told my tailor, I said, tailor, I have 10 minutes to do my basics. I'm coming. I told the person in charge of my factory, I said, here because I have to get some of my US and everything for this program this morning. I said, anything that will make me do this, because it is till next year. How will you now make me do this? For Thanksgiving, prepare my attire. That once in a year, I don't want to do it. I must get. And this week has been very, very hectic. In fact, very stressful. That's why there are convocation. I was in just for like 4 or 5 hours. Everything, school hours. So please, this is my house. And my point now, do you know I'm saying? I'm not much of a storyteller. But you know I'm saying all the story. I'm not just speaking because I'm to speak. I'm not looking for visibility. I'm not looking for attention. I want a situation whereby I see Sima, and Sima is implementing some of the things that have been said, and that's how I depend on my own success as a speaker. Not just because I'm saying, yeah, give a nice picture, pour a nice story and everything. That's all I'm looking for. What has been taught, what did you use it for? It will be a waste of time if at the end of today, just guys and you go and next year again, you are still the same. God is not starting. So if you are moving with God, you can't start. That's just the thing. So anything that you are getting here, please apply it. And that is why, I will give you, practical steps. After this story, I will give you practical steps. These are steps that, we use and talk about. So please, he has given you all the AI tools. I'm just going to give you two. Yeah, so in fact, at the point when you said the first one, voice and graphics, I said, I was telling my name, let me get look at everything. Why is this more practical? I was looking at sir, I beg. I'm also kind. It didn't give so. I said, I'm not good. Because if you guys are giving me more time, I will just come there and talk. And just after this now, we are all together. We can talk later. And I will go. But thank God. So I'm giving you guys two basic tools. What we'll do now is we are going to create a website. We'll create a website. And that's why I took some to give me those details. And how do you discover your name? Let's look at the practical step. So, like I said, I'm not following a particular step. Forgive me. How do you discover your name? And the endless expectation of the creatures awaited what? The manifestations of who? And these are led by the Spirit of God. Are we together? Something like a pastor. No. Now, this is it. The endless expectation of the creature are rooted in manifestations of the sons of God, which means, the creatures are waiting for our manifestation, which means manifestation now is not just about you going into ministry. I need you to understand, even your career as a ministry. Something happened in my place of work like 2 months ago. They paid my salary, and after 24 hours, they sent the money. They sent another money. Like what they sent again was blocked. It's not a testimony. Now you see the testimony now. I was brought around May. I just established one of my small business recently. I just rented my apartment. I needed to buy a chair. I just moved in and I just moved the bed and everything. And I was in need of money. I paid my money and within 24 hours sent block. Now my company is a company where you may not audit it. It may take 1 year. But that means that this is not your money. I can't even pay tax from the money. Why would I pay tax from the stolen money? And that's why I say it. If you are into Yahoo, you cannot be my friend. We will never see this through someone's money. Those people that know me, they are doing me for years. Not because I don't need money. And he said, this money is not your own. I said, no, it's not my own. Even though I went to buy share, they were saying 600. I went to give much negotiation. I just for just this one like this. People close on that one. He said, 50. I said, Jesus Christ. They didn't know my office. I reached out to who I intended to reach out to, and I sent the money back and I sent the receipt necessary. They were surprised. Now, if I had not taken what I was doing as a minister, I may have, the speak language, beat the money. Nobody will know. But you know what's about God? If God wants to catch you, the time you do not expect, about church. Your career is a ministry. When I reason as a product manager, when I'm trying to solve organization problem, first of all, I need God to help me. Lean not in your understanding. I do not forget certification. Yeah, we have a lot of people that do certification, and they are not here. I'm telling you. And some of us because we want to, within 3 months, God is taking us from place to place. And another thing again, which this is the first time I'm sharing this. No matter where you are doing, pay your tithes. I'm not a pastor. They did not tell me to come and say this. I'm speaking from experience. I've suffered. In fact, I was telling some 2 weeks before I came, I did some financial and I was super broke. I said, I cooked this and I bought that this for 3 days. I was sitting, I sat down, there's no chair in my room. So I sat down, I said, Femi, is this God? What is happening? I knew I had made some financial mistake and I needed to learn. But notwithstanding, that's not, I'm not trying to digress, and that's why I'm coming from the practical perspective. It's deeper than what we are seeing. When you see someone now saying, you are doing this, it's deeper. But this is not telling you, I did this, if you are not putting hand in God, you are putting hand in people. I'm telling you, it's not maybe this thing. We'll come out, we'll speak English. Some of us will say it's by the grace of God, they abuse that word, grace of God. So when it's time thought it's the grace, it's telling the grace of God. They've abused it. So, your name, know what God has called you to. What has He called you to? What's your purpose on earth? When I was in Agambani, the vision came. I got my vision when I was in Agambani, which is to inspire 2 million young men by comfort. And I was carrying it with me. And I thought it ended, when I left Agambani. Transitioning, to my space, I realized that everybody I have encountered, one way or the other, we always get life. I'm not a perfect person, which shows I'm human. But everybody God has encountered, you always get life. So know your purpose. It is very important. Know your capabilities. Some of the things you guys are doing, they are not like transitional skills. You are a teacher, you are teaching. It means if you understand yourself, tomorrow you can be leading a presentation, pitching an idea that can bring multimillionaires. To be a teacher is not easy. My presentation skill was very good then when I was a teacher. You see me, we were doing good. After I left teacher, I went to tech. That day I say, now what am I trying to say? At that point, a lot of people were abusing that teaching. They felt we were just teaching. But the skill you are learning here, sincerely, is not easy to teach. I tell you this. That is one of the other things. It's just unfortunate that Nigeria do not value teachers. Teachers are able to their paid. I think I'm telling you. I've been in the system for years. I was in the system for years, and I tried looking at the system. They are working more and they are earning less. They are building future. I'm telling the truth. It's so unfortunate, and that is why, by the grace of God, but it will take a long while before you see good development in this country. Because the people that are supposed to be developing this country, you guys are not valuing them. You guys are treating them like maybe I teacher. And when I see some parents, some of you go to school, you will be fighting, you will be looking down your teacher. I just laugh. I laugh. You feel because you can predict their salary and you just go, maybe they scold your children, and next thing you want to fight the teacher, but you are looking down on the teacher. You don't know you are spelling the guy's life. Ask him and divide it people. You were beating. He got to say the mother came, I knew, and after I beat him again, he became like joy. You are best of friends. I can just if I'm coming around, Peter, I'm coming around, what's up, get this, what does it take? And that's because he understood the value. So please, parents, I don't know why I'm saying this. Treat your children teachers with respect. You are doing a whole lot for that child. Because the child spends more hours in that environment. I need to look at that. I'm not here to talk about teacher or whatever, but because I have the experience, I see how teachers are being treated, I see how doctors are being treated, I see how the military people are being treated. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Then you see someone with no certificate, it will be really. Let's continue. So please discover yourself. Know your strengths. Know your strengths. When it comes to mathematics, I know I'm not good. I don't deceive myself. Give me maths now, I will sleep. But when it comes to solving problems, this is. Why don't you? Or when it comes to creativity, why don't you guys do it like this? I know God has given me that. So I have to look at the text space that strength will match. Some of you like design. I've had to have this conversation with Abigail, and I realized that aside storytelling, she does video editing, she does graphics, and she knows that what she studied, if she had not, if she did not do what she has to do at that point, she may just come and become a biology teacher. That is. So at that point, she discovered even in school. And that is why you need to know where you fit in early. Nobody is going to say, who's good? My mother is old. My brother is busy with his family. We may not talk for like 2 months. If you just pick up from him, I'm fine, how you get because I'm fine. Everybody. Nobody knew I was eating this. And me as a man, that's why if you're a man here, you have a lot of responsibility. If they say man will be done by you have different responsibility. And you need to know it early. Know your strength, know your responsibility, know where you fit. You are not too young to understand what life is all about. Learn a skill. It doesn't have to be textbook. Let me show you. We will not all be product managers, we will not all be software developers. Some of us are fashion designers. I like what you do. I remember when she started. We were crafting this garden for her, and now when I see what she's doing, I see the improvement over time. And I will just go to her DM, I'll be like, you are doing a nice job. I think the last time when I came in the last August, we had a conversation on our product, and everything. It showed that, she doesn't have to start building up. But the skill, she has organizational skill, she has managerial skill, she has problem solving skill. So it's not until we speak English, I'm a software developer, I'm a product manager, I solve product, I solve problem and everything. She's solving problem too. Because people need fashion of different style, different sizes. She has to solve that problem. She has to imagine she's sewing a bill now and I need clothes. And she's giving me Pastor Godwin's size. It means she's not solving the problem. So she has to understand me, understand what fits me. All those 3 by this. That's the text. She's understanding you. We just use English to cover everything. It means she knows her gift in her name. It doesn't have to be there. A lot of them when they say learn is to say text me. Please remind me of my time, please, I beg. I can't remember the last time I spoke like this. The last time I spoke like this, like in front of, I think that was when I was in my country. That was the last time. So please remind me, so I don't just walk against time. So know where you fit in, know your strength. It can be function, it can be mechanic. Now, I will tell you where education and technology comes in the industry. It can be mechanic. We need these people. If you drive now, your car is being bad, you can't do it yourself. You will do some. It can be builders. It can be the woman selling akara down there. She's a businesswoman. At a point you'll be hungry. You won't have option. KFC will not be there. The place will not be there. Just depend on akara. And if that woman who are going to be your savior that night doesn't talk, you will feel her value. You understand? So please, it doesn't have to be there. You understand? You can be vocational school. But now, this is where the plus comes in. There's the vocational aspect. Everybody can be a tailor, but what differentiates? What's the differentiator? Even in the tech aspect, you have a lot of product managers, you have a lot of projects. But what makes them? I was having a conversation with a lady last 2 weeks, and she was like, "Yeah, product manager. What makes you different?" One of the reasons I gave her without able to do so, I said the ability to come from diverse backgrounds to solve problems. In my mind, I'm like, you don't know where I started. I said, like, they sketch my ass out. So you don't expect me to have that experience, go through that experience, and now I'm not able to solve issues. I've created a unique value proposition for myself. So you now, as a tailor, what makes your design unique? The truth of the matter is, if you did, she does something special, but it's not really special. When I mean special, it's not something that the ordinary person cannot do. Please don't get it twisted. I'm not saying she's not doing what is special. But because of the unique value proposition she has placed and the positioning, there are some clothes you will do with life, no matter how fine the clothes is. You need to identify this 5,000 naira. They'll be telling you, they'll make you look like, you know, I'm doing a paper. Jesus Christ, I saw you again like that. You be convincing the person that I want to do this. I want to do this for you. It will favor you. Please, how many minutes to the end of it? 5. Question, okay, please. Thank you. So, positioning matters. You know this now, you know your duty, you know your leg. Positioning. And let me go back to that Bible verse again. And the endless expectations of the creator outweigh the manifestations of the sons of God. You will not manifest immediately. You need to understand that. Even Jesus Christ, when he came, he didn't just manifest. He went to the wilderness. The wilderness period is that period. Now, for us now, we will always need to re-engineer ourselves. Going to the wilderness period part time. The wilderness period is that period where you have to learn, where you have to pay the price. I read like every time. That's why I say, my eyes are open a little bit. You are seeing me between the week. You be like this. I read like every time. You must develop yourself. He said some education, some education after 2 years is gone. Now we have augmented reality where people can try out outfits without being there. If you go to a website, you can see people trying out classes. So imagine Bukuna, she has a site and she included the layout into it. And people are trying out the outfits, see there, they are trying out how before they make order. That's technology. So you see where she fits in now. So she doesn't have to code, but she needs to understand it. Even the use of technology that's simple as using your WhatsApp. You are using your WhatsApp, you are uploading this, and let me advise those of you that are uploading videos for WhatsApp. Let me advise you. If you upload 200 products, you are wasting your time. That the status is like chill. You are wasting your time. A lot of us don't do what I'm fine, but we are bored. I'm speaking to you like a product manager now. For you to get your audience, give yourself time. If it's 5, 6, finish. If you're some of you, maybe I don't know, maybe that's the knowledge you have, or you just want to print once and for all. You just upload 200 per paper. Once I look at the first one, I look at the second one, I look at the third one, I'm bored. And secondly, let me give you another strategy. There's very little of information, you are playing your product, stuff like that. If you are uploading, let them use it too. It catches their attention. You understand? You need to catch their attention. So that's it. Let's move. So now let me go to positioning. I hope I did justice to the earliest expectations of the creator. At that point, you are in the wilderness stage. You know, you are preparing yourself. You are taking courses. Okay. You are taking courses. You are doing program, and don't hide your talents. Once you've taken the courses and everything, bring yourself out. There's a time when you have to stay. You know, let me use this for. There's a time you have to stay with you. At that point, you are taking courses, you are developing yourself. Just like those of you in the vocational space now, you are actually learning. I will be angry if Ibukun doesn't have like 5 top fashion designer on her feet that she's looking at. So you are learning from these people, you are taking courses, you are developing yourself, you are looking at how to make things better. Then the second thing again, you are positioning yourself. Remember, you can never manifest if you are not grounded. Because when you manifest, they will test you. When you manifest, when you are confident, they will test you with studying. See, you don't consider your position if you are in your organization. When you are confident, with studying. Now let's look at it from the physical aspect and then Baba again. Now imagine someone is spiritual, you can't check who is this person. And when they see that you are not doing anything bad, but because of what you are doing, and that's where God factor comes in, you are becoming a threat. You are not doing anything. You can just say you are just doing your own. This is spiritual. They are going to test you, and that's where the God factor comes in. Don't joke with God. Position yourself. You are positioning yourself. For those of you in the tech space, how many of you have portfolios? How many of you have portfolios? If you have portfolio, okay, we will do that now. I will give you an EIT that you will build your portfolio. Now I will tell you how to do it. So, how many of you attend conferences? Please, if you don't, there are teacher conferences. There are some schools that pay, I don't know how much they are collecting, but there are some schools that pay teacher lessons. And technology has made it easier that, you know, as a teacher, I know one or two individuals that they teach them outside. Do you know the funniest? Let me show you. Nigerians out there, if they need services like maybe teaching or so, they won't call their fellow individuals in that place because they don't want to pay that fee. I'm telling you. They will now call, you know, experts in Nigeria. Not because they want to pay them low. Yeah, they will still pay them low compared because everybody wants to manage, you know, resources. So you need, if you don't understand this, can you use Zoom? Can you use Google Meet? Understand all this. Attend conferences, teacher conferences. Not see, if you want to attend conferences, don't attend anyone in your job. I'm telling you. See, let me tell you something. When I was in school, how did I meet Mrs. Gill? When I was with father, 2016, one of my friends was she became the youngest writer at the Chidoba Academy, and I was looking for ways to push this. One way or the other, I stumbled on Nika Owoye on Facebook, and our first meeting, the gathering that happened in, if I'm not mistaken, KE school or so at Agidini. She invited me over. I took the student there. She paid the transport to come and I was contributing. I was still very young at Nigeria. Contributing, giving everything. From that moment, she spotted me. When I was living at Nigeria, she was the first person that said, come and work for me as my administrator and project manager. She was the first person that gave me that opportunity. Imagine I had not made myself visible at that point. Imagine I had been attending conferences in Ajambadi, Japan. I wouldn't meet people like that because all of us in Ajambadi will be there. So you cannot help you. You need to go and look for help. So attend conferences, network with individuals, and also, you know, make yourself visible. Are you on LinkedIn? You are a teacher, you are not on LinkedIn. You need to go and do research on that. You need to be on LinkedIn. All the jobs I've been doing, aside referrals, I got most of them on LinkedIn. Please be on LinkedIn. Link. Be on LinkedIn. In fact, I told you, before I came for this program, when I saw the flyer, I went to do research on him. I look at that, this one is powerful. Let me send him a request, sharp. Because I don't you are networking. I don't know the people that have called for you. I say, you can do it, yes, and that's how we do. Before you know, you are charging and you are moving. So please be on meeting. Build your visibility. And above all, understand something. What do I want you to understand? Don't wait till you are perfect before you launch. Please. A lot of time you waste time waiting for perfection. You can never, and there are still some things I don't know. There are a lot of things even in my TV you tell me that you don't know. Because times are changing, things are evolving. So don't wait till you are perfect. Don't let anybody kill your esteem. Don't wait. I'm not motivating you. See, you cannot do my esteem. I know who God has said I am. So I don't need you to tell me who I am. God has said it, and I believe it. He said it. I'm going to be one of the best product managers in Africa and in the world. I don't need you to tell me. I don't need you to clap because God has said it. I'm just there to let you know. A lot of times we wait for people's validity before we do something. No. Do you know where I do something? Some people who don't do encourage you. They know where you are going to. Some people are not supposed to, but they know. They are not like this guy is going somewhere. No, listen. But they are watching you. So if you are waiting for people to give you that validation, we are pending. So please, that's the final thing. You don't need to be perfect for it to learn. Thank you. So while I'm waiting for questions, I want you guys to ask questions. Yes, I am going to do that. Apologies, I'm calling you Samuel. The text is not how we call ourselves. So don't like I don't know me. Forgive me for that. So when I look for question, I want to we looked at AI and AI is changing the world. I just want to encourage you guys, develop yourself. Someone can be a software developer and someone can be a fashion designer. It doesn't make anyone higher than anyone. It is you. You can be a tailor, fashion designer, and I can be a product manager. It doesn't make me higher than because I own computer and data. I forget all these things. I need you to understand that. It is the differentiator. What makes the difference? What gives you that value? Prepare for value. Create that value for yourself. Have you gotten this? Yeah, so connect. Is it connected? Okay. So go to lovable.com. Lovable. Just sit down. Yeah, make it visible now. So do anything in this case. Let everything. So please, I know we have some teachers here. I see what you are doing. I follow you. I do not comment. I'm more of those posts teachers on WhatsApp. And I just want to tell you, develop yourself. You are brilliant. Love people. You are brilliant. I see what you are doing. And your sister is my very good friend. I see what she's doing. You understand? So there's not just permission. There's not just beauty in the family, there's brain in that family. So you have to utilize this. Because it gets to a stage in life, your beauty now will not be about the physical, it's about the body. You understand? So now, at this point, you are not like in the morning period where you have to strength. We now are like in the afternoon period, now what would you during that period, we are not using it now. When you get to the evening and night period, we are doing resting. So what we just do is we mentor. So imagine, God forbid, imagine we have not done what we have to do tomorrow. And remember, the days of our senior citizens, it has changed. Things have changed. It's our time. That's why a lot of things when it comes to technology, I really understand that. No, this is not it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love. Love. Love.
Love it, couple.
Love. Do you understand? So, you know, our parents now, in terms of technology, a lot of technology, technological advancement came in our time. They won't understand. And that's why you need to understand it, not just for understanding sake. Know how to utilize it. You understand? So please attend conferences. Seriously. A lot of teachers are making money, and I'm telling you, a lot are making money. A lot are making money. I'm telling you. So please don't limit your potential in the environment. I can limit you. And I'm telling you, don't. He is my boy, he used to play and everything. When he was going into cybersecurity expert, and he was telling me, and I was like, yeah, and at that very young age, he was thinking of it. I said, no, go to Tesla, go and do this. That's it. Do you understand? Because a lot of times we think we are seeing things here. It is when you get out there. When I got, even as good as I was in quotes here, when I got out there, it's more like you travel outside. Sure, you're not someone paying me, those are getting it to me. You go the right way. Then I went down again to learn. So please, develop yourself. So, yes, have you created an account? Get started. Get started. But just what you do, just what you do.
I think we should be doing same as you are going.
Yes. So you get it. You can, yes. That's the mobile this. Yeah, that's the website. Please, let's just do that. Love it, love it. So, for those of you that want to work with
and you just search level, you see this page. You go on. And you click on that, you see app.
You have pictures of your products, right? You have pictures of your products. You will also need this. You will need this to do your portfolio. While you do that, if you have questions, please, I want to answer questions. Ask you. Please, I'm begging, because at the end of it all, I want to see that impact. I want to, call Michael, what's up? What's happening? What's this person doing? What's this person doing? I did not just attend, in fact, I did not just attend a work conference on the island, and you may have that gift. If you don't connect with the right people, it will waste. I know a lot of jobs that came to my DM and everything. You just request when you can do it. And when they were speaking with me, the money wasn't. I said no, I will not stress myself. He knows in the next place we don't, because they will stress you. If you collect that contract and they check you want to value, they will stress your life. So when you see just say no, I don't need it. So please connect with the right individual. Don't let your gifting end in one place. Please. So I need them now. Just click anything. This is more like try to do more like a KYC. Anyone, you just want to. Good. Now, you see that mission and vision. Copy and paste it here. You see that, okay, just copy it, now, you see that logo, upload the picture. We can copy it together. There are so many truths like they have said. And please, you guys should appreciate the youth expert of this church because this baby, if it was outside, he knows. Let them call him to come and give training 15 minutes. He knows how much he charge. He knows. So the best place to get all these things is in the church. And in your church, if you have updated youths, updated church that they want you to understand what's happening and to utilize it for the kingdom. Appreciate them. You can't get this elsewhere. Because a lot of churches, they don't want you to know this so that you just be limited. But yeah, please appreciate them. So you have the so now, yeah, quotation. Yes, quotation now. Quotation, yes. Now, the kids, I wanted to give quotes. No, leave it, let's come on. Okay, because of the credit. So now, that quotation now, give me a website for my church. You speak to AI, you command AI. AI is your boy. If you see my chat feed, you see me blasting AI. What nonsense is this? Yes, what nonsense is this? Is gone. See, I'm sorry. Do you like this video? I say this is gone. This is nonsense. So wait till don't help me go. Did you put the time you guys have set? The time. Okay, let's just do this as an example. So later you can now click on it. Give me a website for that. Yeah, click on it. Let's see what will happen. Then this same format now, for those of you that want to keep your portfolio, once you get to this place, of course, you are not going to the church website now. Your picture have a professional headshot. You understand? Have it down. About you. Follow the prompt. Follow it. I think it's finished. Okay. About you. That's your bio. You understand? What you do. You that are in fashion and you have a lot of maybe different segments, or section, corporate wear, native wear, all those things. Plot it to give you this section, then upload these pictures. Now this is it. It may not be perfect, or it may not align, you may not be satisfied with it. And that's why you keep prompting it to bring it to perfection. You understand? Once you do it like that, and people ask you that, okay, you are in fashion this thing, where's your portfolio? How do I see your work? You don't start doing this to portfolio. For example, I use it. If I want to communicate to my developers or my designer, and there's what they call PLD, product development documents. They are confused, there's this confusion. I just get this and I think as a demo to them, and they're able to understand the flow, how the product is and everything. So, is it ready? The other two, I will love to teach you within 2 minutes. Who are those in the tech field there, maybe software developer? Or those of you that want to go into tech, those of you that have interest in going into tech. Mama, yes now. I need more questions.
Good afternoon. Why I want to ask now is because she said those that won't go into tech. Okay, personally, I've paid for some courses, and at the end of the day, I get confused because they will say freelancing. So by the time you pay, they'll just give you down to bombard you with courses, and at the end of the day, I get confused. I dump it. I see another advert, or maybe like when you talk about cyber, actually pay for a cyber security course. It's today that I'm knowing that product management and project management are two different things.
Yes.
I've come across special assistant, I've come across customer service representative. So I'm getting to understand now that it's very wide.
Good.
So what I'm hearing now is that you have to major in one, or you will now start taking this step by step. So you are even talking about self-development, that one is very far. And I want to limit it to my own level of knowledge, like virtual assistant, customer service representative, where you get a remote job and you work from home. Do you understand? So I just need an enlightening.
Thank you. Okay, now let me say this first. Please, apologies to aspiring virtual assistant and those of you that did that course. Please don't waste your time in that course in Nigeria. Apologies. I can count 2 out of 2 million that got the virtual assistant job. Do you understand? So, let's do it like this now. You've been in the banking sector. Now, what were you doing in the banking sector? Customer service. Now, do you know? Now, let me give you something you can do research on. Go and do research on conversational AI. 1, conversational design. 2, and because now this is what you do. Customers have issues. You are the first point of contact. Now, I don't know the structure of those things. I don't know the organization structure, but if they are having issues like maybe with payment or something like that, you are creating a ticket. Then you are taking that issue to the right person. So you are playing the boundary spanning function like a middleman between your customer and those people, which means you understand the customer problem. Another course that will fit you because you understand user problem is product management. And I'm telling you this for free. It is going to fit because you understand. When we talk about product management, we are talking about understanding people's needs, understand not just people's needs, understanding the organization, understanding the country, the atmosphere, everything. And after carrying your research, you are sitting with him to build a product that aligns based on this understanding. And that is why, because I don't know Tima, I will assume Tima like this. Then I will give her this, she will reject it. And I will say this, if you are into marketing, a lot of you think marketing is begging. That's why when I see people say, hey, I beg, buy my product. That's not marketing. Marketing is, when you bring the value to people it aligns with, they will know, gosh, you will even test yourself, they will buy it. Do you understand? So, because I understand Sima, I know she likes rice. If I'm bringing rice to work, I will not miss it, she will accept it. But if I don't understand and I'm bringing this, and sometimes, because we make that mistake, we now start saying it's our village people. No, you did not understand the principle. There are principles to these things. So, based on your experience and everything, I gave you conversational design, conversational AI, which, product management. And the good thing is, you have the skill. I'm telling you, put your mind in this for 8 months with God on your side. You'll be able to transition to a fintech space. Because if they are looking for people now, they will say experience in banking or financial institution is how do they put it? Preferable. Do you understand? And they will respect you more. So, do we have any other question? Okay, now, this is it. Like I said, expand it. No.